Hello everybody! Alright, we got some new interesting developments for Beyblade Sparking, specifically for April 25th. We have a new part that was just leaked, which I believe is connected to the new Satan. We do not have the name of what the new Satan is. If you're going to comment, Cho-Oh, that is a spread of misinformation. Cho-Oh is just Super King. It's not actually called Super King Satan. So, going over it, this seems to be a new single chassis, similar to Ragnarok's 1S. It is 1D. Looking at this, you can clearly see that there is edges all around it. And I do wonder if we're just going to get 1D, 2D, 2B, 2A, 2S, etc. as time moves on. Looking at the shape of it, it's very interesting. So other than, you know, the metal distribution, which obviously is going to be quite a bit, when you look at like the edges, it's just got triangular edges all over each of the sides. Looks super, super interesting. And the reason why I'm saying it's a single chassis is if we compare it to 1S. By the way, I cleaned the image of the chassis myself because it's on a green background, probably with the full image of the actual bay. But when you look at the chassis compared to 1S, you can tell that instead of having the metal distribution on the outside, it is on the inside, minus I guess that little edge right there. You also notice LR, meaning this will be left and right compatible. If a chassis has L, only left. If it has just R, only R. If it's LR, that means left and right, meaning King Helios, and Hyperion are able to use this chassis. And Ragnarok, obviously, you get the idea. You get the idea with what I said. If this was a double chassis, you would notice that there'd be another little metal tab right there, and the wood spots wouldn't be empty on it. It is clearly not. We can see. Even if you look at the anime, you'll notice that Satan definitely does have edges on it. And you can actually kind of spot, even though it's super ugly, the CGI might be reach. It kind of does look like it has that chassis. Obviously, it's hard to tell with the animation. Obviously, we're going to find out by the time the episode drops. But to compare this to the actual Satan, if we actually take a closer look at it, we're going to definitely notice that the little pattern of those weird little dot things, it looks the exact same as the new Satan. Plus, it's not even too much of a reach if you're going to think about it, because not only does the pattern match, which either way it is a little bit hard to tell with how the chassis look, but the new Satan does actually have green on it, and I was wondering why it has green, and if the chassis on it is just green, that kind of does add up. So looking at it, I gotta say, I believe it's going to be paired up with the new Satan. It wouldn't make any sense either way if we just got the image of some chassis for a release that wouldn't be coming out soon. Because that would just be weird, would it not? So the one thing I will say is that as far as info goes, that's kind of it. I mean, it's really interesting just seeing this new chassis. Let me know, do you think it's part of the new Satan? Do you think it's not? If you think it's not, tell me why. And also, what do you think about the new chassis system? Do you like it? Also, since this is a single chassis, I forgot to mention this, this is actually compatible with other discs. The only time it isn't with double chassis, so that means that the one that's on Hyperion and Helios, those ones are they're just built-in discs of the thing. You can't customize it. It's limited. But the single ones like Ragnarok and like this one, you can definitely customize it. So regardless, it's still, even if it's not on the Satan, regardless, we know it's a single chassis, it's 1D, I guess 1 defense. It is kind of funny, there's just the naming system just on this stuff. Because before we used to have weights, and now we don't have weights. So it's really weird. But yeah, just let me know your thoughts in the comment section. As far as info goes for updates, unless another leak just manages to come out of nowhere, out of thin air, I would say stay tuned for the animation, because the animation, the first 2 episodes are going to air at the exact same time. They're both releasing the episode at the same time, meaning that If we do get a look at Silas's new Satan and Volt's new Brave Valkyrie, we might be able to get a clearer idea of what's going to be the parts on them. And yeah, that's really it for now. Thank you all for watching. Have an awesome and amazing burst-filled day.